Arianespace will launch a Russian-built Soyuz rocket carrying the CSO-2 Earth observation satellite for the French space agency CNES Tuesday, December 29, and you can watch it live here, courtesy of Arianespace. Liftoff is set for 11:42 a.m. EST, 16:42 GMT, from the Guyana Space Center in Koura, French Guiana. Arianespace's launch webcast is underway now, with live commentary to begin at 11:25 a.m. EST, 16:25 GMT. Today's launch will mark the 10th and final launch of 2020 by Arianespace. It is also the 25th flight of a Soyuz rocket from the South American spaceport and 5th Arianespace Soyuz flight of 2020. CSO-2, also known in French as Composante Spatiale Optique 2, is the second satellite for CNE's optical space component growing constellation to study Earth from above. CSO-2 is the second of 3 planned satellites for the fleet, which will use 3 satellites in different polar orbits to observe Earth for French defense and security officials. CSO-2's mission is primarily one of identification, while CSO-1 and CSO-3 will be used for reconnaissance, according to Arianespace. From Arianespace mission description for its 10th and final launch of the year and the 5th in 2020 with the Soyuz medium launcher, Arianespace will send the CSO-2 Earth observation satellite, intended for defense and security applications, into sun-synchronous orbit. CSO-2 will be launched for the French CNES, Centre National d'Études Spatiales, Space Agency, and the DGA, Direction Générale de l'Armement, Defense Procurement Agency on behalf of the French Ministry of Defense. It also will be the 25th mission carried out by Soyuz from French Guiana since it began operating at the Guyana Space Center, CSG, in October 2011. With this latest launch at the service of France's defense requirements, as well as for the needs of several partner countries, Arianespace once again guarantees French and European autonomous access to space, a strategic priority. CSO-2 is the second satellite of the Optical Space Component, CSO, Composante Spatiale Optique, program, a constellation of 3 satellites dedicated to Earth observation for defense and security. They are being placed into polar orbits at different altitudes, and will carry out 2 different missions, reconnaissance for CSO-1 and CSO-3, and identification for CSO-2. The French CNES Space Agency is delegated as the contracting authority for the Optical Space Component program and its mission ground segment, as well as being the overall system co-architect. CNES also is responsible for orbital positioning, in-orbit acceptance testing, and satellite operation. The DGA is the contracting authority for the construction and through-life maintenance of the user ground segment, and will serve as the interface between the sensors deployed in space and the operators. The French Armed Forces Headquarters is the operating authority for CSO. Serving as the successor to the Helios 1 and 2 systems, CSO will address French operational needs for global intelligence and strategic surveillance, knowledge of the geographic environment, and support for operational deployments. As France's third generation of military satellites, CSO was developed in a national framework and will remain accessible to European partners. Indeed, Germany, Sweden, and Belgium already have joined the CSO community, and an agreement with Italy is expected shortly. The CSO-2 satellite will be placed in sun-synchronous orbit at an altitude of 480 kilometers. It will be used to acquire extremely high-resolution images in the visible and infrared bandwidths, day or night and in fair weather, and using a variety of imaging modes to meet as many operational requirements as possible. Airbus Defence and Space France is prime contractor for the satellites, while Thales Arianespace France supplies the optical imaging instrument. CSO-2 will be the 130th Airbus Defence and Space satellite to be launched by Arianespace. ISS Live. Tune into the space station, find out what the astronauts and cosmonauts aboard the International Space Station are up to by tuning into the ISS Live broadcast. Hear conversations between the crew and mission controllers on Earth and watch them work inside the U.S. segment of the orbiting laboratory. When the crew is off duty, you can enjoy live views of Earth from space. You can watch and listen in the window below, courtesy of NASA. From NASA, live video from the International Space Station includes internal views when the crew is on duty and Earth views at other times. The video is accompanied by audio of conversations between the crew and mission control. This video is only available when the space station is in contact with the ground. During loss of signal periods, viewers will see a blue screen. Since the station orbits the Earth once every 90 minutes, it experiences a sunrise or a sunset about every 45 minutes. When the station is in darkness, external camera video may appear black, but can sometimes provide spectacular views of lightning or city lights below.